Good morning. Happy Monday. I know that no one tunes into my channel for political commentary, but I'm not monetized and I don't really care. I talk about what I want to talk about. So the attack on Iran, this most recent one, is yet more evidence of Trump's incompetence. Trump has been incompetent. Let me just say, I voted for him the first time wholeheartedly. I thought, boy, oh boy, the Democrats hate him, the Republicans hate him, everybody hates him. He's saying all the right things. He's an outsider. He's independently wealthy. He's not beholden to anybody. So maybe he can make some change. And he didn't. I voted for him the second time because with the massive mistake of the initial COVID lockdowns that he authorized. Remember, he asked everybody to shut down the country for like 2 weeks to slow the spread. And then, if the federal government's doing it, then the states can do it, right? Because why not? And so all the governors followed course. Well, most of the governors followed his lead. And that was just massive damage. So that was a mistake. Him bombing Syria one time was a mistake. If you believe that, I think, what was his name, President Assad, if you think that guy was gassing his own citizens, do I have a bridge to sell you? You'll buy whatever propaganda gets thrown out there. So with those mistakes, I thought, you know what? Maybe, right? Well, after I saw what he did to the January 6th protesters, which no, I don't believe it was an insurrection, and you can call me whatever you want, people respecting the velvet ropes, to me, isn't an insurrection. I've seen the left do far worse. So if the left calls that an insurrection, then, they're just plain hypocrites because they've done a lot worse. And apparently it was like a CIA operative or an FBI operative that planted the pipe bomb. Some frumpy-looking middle-aged gal. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. And you could disagree with my facts, and that's fine. I don't really care. But with how he handled that, he should have just immediately pardoned them. That's what the left would have done. They would have immediately pardoned everybody. But did he? No. He had the power to do it. He didn't do it. He let them rot in jail, some of them for 4 years before he got back into office and pardoned them. Insanity. Terrible person. So the third time I didn't vote for him. And I made the right call. Because he's been nothing but incompetent. Oh, he's gonna get rid of illegal immigrants. Right. He's deported fewer people than Obama, with the guy who was in charge of deportations under Obama as the guy in charge of deportations under Trump. What's the difference? Well, if Trump could get the guy to deport more, or if Obama could get the guy to deport more than Trump could, then the problem's Trump, right? The problem's Trump. The economy's shit. He didn't cut government spending. In fact, he increased it massively. Inflation skyrocketing. We're going to see a huge increase in the price of oil. I guess in Europe, it's already gone up 55%. I haven't checked how much it's gone up in the U.S. It's going to go up. Who could have guessed that Iran would have closed the Straits of Hormuz? Who could have guessed that? I mean, literally every geopolitical commentator that I watched guessed it. They said, Iran's already said they'd do it. I see no reason why they wouldn't. And they can, and they did. Amazing. Trump ignored and or fired all the generals who said that this wouldn't work. Analysts were saying that we had about 3 to 5 days worth of ability to engage in high intensity attacks on Iran. Well, Trump apparently believed that once we assassinated Khomeini, that Iran would fold like a house of cards. Well, it was in the news where they saw the decapitation strikes the last time. They're like, we need to build redundancy. We need to have a clear chain of command of who steps in if their superior dies. And what do you know? They implemented it. What do you know? They didn't fold like a house of cards. Amazing. No one saw, at least none of the analysts that I saw, and apparently Trump didn't see the fact that they were going to bomb the shit out of every single U.S. asset in the territory, every base that we have. A lot of the places where they think the CIA was, or the NSA. I mean, if it was American, it was bombed in that area. No one saw that coming. Apparently the U.S. has been relocating air assets to Cyprus because everything in the region is so hot from all the strikes from Iran. And who could have seen that Iran would have like a massive missile and drone stockpile? Who could have seen it? I mean, they sold a bunch of these drones to Russia that started the Garand-style drones that Russia now has refined, etc. But Russia and Iran are close. China and Iran are close. We've got one of the biggest stockpiles of natural wealth with a pretty massive military complex that has military equipment that is, world class. We've got the biggest manufacturing base in the world that isn't going to be affected by the closing of the Straits of Hormuz because they got pipelines and they've got Pacific shipping of oil and natural gas from Russia, both of which are helping Iran. I mean, China's definitely, like, it's been documented. They're giving Iran access to their satellite imagery. They've got a intelligence gathering ship in the area with massive radars on it. Who knows its capability? But I mean, and then Russia has a giant radar array in the southern part of Russia that can probably see everything that's going on in the entire region around Iran. I mean, probably can't see ships because, flat earthers might not understand this, but the earth is round and radar doesn't follow the curve. So Russia probably can't see ships, naval assets and their deployment, but I'm sure China can with their ship right there in that area. Who could have seen this coming? Pure incompetence. I've watched videos of air defense in Israel launch 11 or 12 interceptor missiles to try to take down one Iranian hypersonic missile. All of them missed. And, we're footing the bill, by the way. We're footing the bill. Like, we're paying for it. So, I mean, those are anywhere from millions to tens of millions of dollars per interceptor. You do the math for missing. I saw a video filmed by a serviceman of attack on, I think, Bagram Air Force Base. I could be wrong on that. One of the Air Force bases. Their system launched 3 interceptors at a Iranian missile. All 3 missed. The Iranian missile still impacted what it was supposed to impact. They're threatening our aircraft carriers. Apparently, allegedly, they launched 3 ballistic missiles at it. We know they have hypersonics. I'm not surprised that 3 regular old ballistic or cruise missiles, whatever they were, non-hypersonics, didn't. Well, it is uncertain as to whether or not the carrier was hit, but the U.S. says the carrier wasn't hit. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. But apparently I think it's the Abraham Lincoln, moved. We really don't want our aircraft carriers getting blown up. Oh, you can't sink one. Well, we haven't had one sunk yet. I don't know of anything that floats that can't get sunk. So yeah. So we're spending billions, if not trillions of dollars. Oh, here's another fun fact. One of the justifications was, Iran is weeks away from getting a nuclear missile. Well, Bibi's been saying that since the 80s, right? They've been weeks away since the 80s. And as of the most recent IAEA inspection, they didn't have one, and they weren't building one, and they weren't testing one. Oh, and Trump's mistaken belief, the IAEA went in and inspected and they said, no, the facilities are largely intact. Damage to the doors, the entryways. Otherwise, they're intact. So good job on that one, Trump. I think those Moabs are like hundreds of millions of dollars each. And we can produce like one every couple of years. I mean, it's just stupid. Stupid. The THAAD system, the total high atmospheric air defense, whatever it is, they're producing like 65 a year, and we're just firing them off like they're nothing burgers. And this is after sending all of our reserves, or the vast majority of our reserves, to Ukraine over the last 4 years. Just idiocy. Nothing is America first. Nothing about this war is going to benefit the U.S. We took out the one guy in the entire Iranian regime who said no to nuclear weapons. He said it was against Islam, or his understanding of Islam. He issued a fatwa against it. No nukes. We took that guy out. Guess who's now in charge? Guys were like, you know what? Nobody's bombing North Korea. How about we get a nuke? How about that? Those are the guys who are now in power. Congratulations, Trump. Congratulations, BB. You played yourselves. Just idiocy. So we've lost at least 4 fighters. At least 4 fighters. How many hundreds of millions of dollars or billions of dollars were they? Who knows? Who knows? We've lost at least 4, maybe 5. We've had at least 2 ships that were hit, severely damaged. At least 2, maybe more. Billions and trillions of dollars just flushing down the toilet. Meanwhile, apparently a bunch of not only has the Straits of Hormuz been closed, but there have been oil refineries hit in the area. There have been oil rigs hit in the area. So we're going to have a massive disruption in the oil markets for who knows how long to come. How long is this going to last? Well, Trump keeps saying that Iran wants to negotiate, and Iran keeps putting out statements saying, no, we're not negotiating with the U.S. Pick one to believe. Personally, I believe Iran, because Trump's a big fucking liar, pants on fire. He always projects on the other side what he wants. Trump wants them to come and talk. Trump wants this to be an in and out. Yay, mission accomplished. We killed Khomeini. Yay, we win. And Iran's like, no, we're not playing by your rules. We're keeping on. We're going to keep launching missiles. We've got a huge stockpile. We intend to use it. Enjoy. Now Trump's saying that, this is going to last like 3 to 5 weeks. Wow, that's a long time, considering that at mid-level operations, they were suggesting this could last maybe as long as a week. And now it's going to be 3 to 5. Do the math. But in the meantime, oil prices are going to skyrocket. What happens when oil prices skyrockets? The price of everything skyrockets because the U.S. runs on oil. We transport everything with oil. We use oil in the manufacture of most of the things we still manufacture. Increasing gas and oil prices means that people are going to have to make more money. Companies are going to have to make more money to offset this. Everything's going to go up. Everything always goes up. Oil prices spike, inflation spikes. Every time, all the time. And even when oil prices come back down, doesn't mean that inflation goes back down. Because we don't know how long this is going to last. We don't know how long the Straits of Hormuz are going to be closed because Iran isn't negotiating with us. So congratulations, Trump. Fighting another war for Israel. We get nothing out of it. Israel doesn't seem to be getting much out of it because I guess they've lost like 7 of their top generals because they got hit while they were in a meeting, where they're having a meeting. So, nobody wins. Oh, and Israel was saying that, Turkey's next on the list. Well, they've already got it lined up. Congratulations, folks. So now they're going to get us signed up to go to war with Turkey, another mid-sized power. With strong connections to Russia, who Russia's probably going to supply, who's a NATO member. Not that that stopped Trump with Denmark. Trump was apparently going to attack Denmark over Greenland for reasons that just don't make any sense to me. All in the service of Israel. And we get nothing for it. But at least the military has stopped using DEI. Now they're trying to recruit young white men again because they need cannon fodder. They need competent, capable cannon fodder to go kill in the name of Israel. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.